hit confirm.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what you were talking about. So,
A phlebotomist is a person who draws blood, and that's probably how we're going to start the stream.
How do you know like so many things that no one's gonna get? You're like the master of obscure references.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been his thing for the longest time.
That has been my thing for 30 years.
Such a lonely existence. Like,
it's
sorry
true.
To say.
It's true. It's real. It's damn true.
30 years.
That's another reference no one's gonna get. No, someone might get it. It's from the Attitude Era. So hello.
Hello, friends.
Hello, Realm Warriors. Is that what you name your fan base?
No, but that does sound like a fun name. I might steal it.
Hello, Realm Warriors.
Yeah. We're on Twitch because BJ is holding our channel hostage.
No, YouTube is holding our channel hostage.
YouTube and BJ.
Yeah, it's too much security.
Too much security.
I guess you know what, we should probably get some announcements out of the way. Cause I guess I'll start us off. I've been away from DMing for way too long, huh?
Yeah, and I miss it.
And it's not gonna change tonight because, you know, it is our lovely Dungeon Master Boonslayer's Go, for, this month. But afterwards, on December 2nd, in fact, as early as December 2nd, I will finally be back in the DM's chair for Curse of Strahd. Like, there was a lot of preparation involved. We're closing out this game, finally. But I think the wait is gonna be more than worth it, because, I miss DMing for you guys, I swear. Like, making all these games, for you guys was, like, the one thing I missed the most. Not just, you know, all the silly moments and, you know, everything, that makes a D&D game a D&D game. I miss being a DM so much. Which is, you know, silly considering that December 30th is also when we're gonna have, our annual World Weavers Web one-shot on December 30th. So it's like, at least I'll have a game for you guys by the end of the year, but yeah, everyone else has kind of been taking over for me. But I'm excited to get back into it.
Yeah.
But for now, I will be a player.
Yep. You'll be a peafowl spooter.
Indeed I will.
Indeed.
Spooter.
Okay, it sounded like you said stooter. What's a stooter?
I said spooter.
It sounded like stooter. Stooge McBooter.
What? Where are we going?
You know what? I'm gonna...
We're on a train, and I want to get off.
This fuck train has
that's
no
a new
brakes.
NPC name. Thank you. Okay.
Let's there's the recap trail right there, Boone. Let's go that way.
Yeah, speaking.
I don't think they want me to DM anymore.
Yeah, speaking of getting off the fuck train, previously on Ravnica Trail of Dragons. There was a successful capture of Hebron, and some investigations were beginning. For one, Arlington, it seems to be working with the Izzet to make you guys some stuff that will help you navigating in the River Styx in Theros. They really weren't too creative with the name on that one. And when you guys go there in order to deal with that, And further on the investigation, some strange occurrences with the investigation into what Hebron has done. Notably, how a lot of the evidence points... Hebron seems to have this story that he wasn't there. And it seems to line up that like someone else was there, even though people saw him. That even though, you know, Gamataki, Finn, and Ick did see him there, but like there's no evidence he actually fought Ick. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that. And so it's very strange. And on top of that, Gamataki has a new official partner in Boros, by the name of Cyril, who showed him techniques with his hook sword and said potentially he could get Gamataki a hook sword that would allow him to basically respond to attacks by attacking. But speaking of Finn hasn't been around for most of this investigation after the hullabaloo at the tournament. What has Finn been doing?
Sorry, people are here. Immersion's ruined. Okay. Finn has kind of had a laser focus on finding the whereabouts of Connor Kamen. Which, yes, they did, the Chasers might have defeated him days ago, but he's still not entirely sure that he's dead. So he's been on the trail for anything related to him, or any clues that could, you know, trace back to him, which is why he was able to find Zaricha, and after some difficulty, he managed to get a blood sample from him, and he discovered that there is traces of, I believe, an Kamigawan artifice in his bloodstream.
Yes.
So right now he has been working tirelessly to come up with a sort of counter agent to weaken Zaricha's abilities. So he's, you know, holed himself up in his lab essentially.
So as you're doing this tireless work, what I'm gonna need for you to do,
all right,
is roll me a I just started doing notes. I just started doing music notes there. Okay. Let's do an I presume you are proficient in alchemist supplies, yes?
Oh,
or better yet, let's do if you're proficient with alchemist supplies, we're going to do an intelligence check with proficiency.
intelligence check with proficiency. Okie dokie.
Uh-huh.
Come on. Oh, okay. Okay. Intelligence with proficiency, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is gonna be a dirty 20.
So the interesting thing that you note is that this Kamigawa artifice is something that seems to have been added to Zarich's biology. However, you have figured out, and you haven't quite gotten it to the point where you can yet, but you have figured out that there does seem to be the possibility of being able to separate it. To separate this artificial thing from Zaricha, because it was something that was sort of spliced into his DNA, and then but it's possible to remove it. You don't know if you can do that without killing the host, but I get the impression you don't care. However, but you're not quite at the point where you actually get to that. However, I also would like you've been awake for quite some time, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Finn has not been sleeping very well, given everything that's happened.
Yeah, when's the last time you slept at all?
If I recall correctly, he slept exactly for 1 hour and then just pumped himself up full of caffeine to keep himself going. So, probably not great.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is totally fair. I am okay with that. Con save. Okay, that is gonna be a 7.
As you're coming to this realization, and you're about to start work on basically getting towards the point where you can actually get the separation to happen. Thunk.
Yeah. So to play this out a little more, Finn's like, okay, I just need to rest.
It is.
He's
I'm gonna say this right now. It is not that pleasant.
Okay.
It is like you just fall onto your face, pretty much. I'm gonna need you to roll 2 D100s.
2 D100s. Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I barely get to roll these, but let's see. So let's roll 1. Roll 2. Wow, that's silly.
Tell me the first one first.
Out loud or in private?
Out loud.
Okay. 92.
92. And the second one?
Like looking in a mirror, 29.
The beautiful irony in that. I love it.
The implications.
That's intriguing. So, you awaken This is intriguing. This is very intriguing.
Okay.
You awaken in a world of darkness, and there's like screams all around you. And it is like the souls of the damned are here.
All right.
It's
So
seemingly black all around you.
Oh, question. Can I cast the light cantrip so I can see better?
You can cast the light cantrip.
Okay, so I get up to my feet and go, what the hell? And then fiddle with my belt and turn on the P-foul signal to give myself a bit of a spotlight. That's how I choose to cast the spell. And then can I see anything? Does this illuminate anything at all, or does it just totally swallow up everything like a black hole? This darkness.
This darkness does seem to swallow things up, but you can see a little bit more in front of you. It's like you're in this like massive cave system, and it's like the walls of this cave are blood red. And you can also hear very heavy footsteps coming from another part of the cave.
All right. I followed the source of the noise, but I'm definitely on my guard.
You follow the source of the noise, and let me find an image of him to put in the chat, because I don't actually have a token for him, but...
Yeah. So, while I follow the sound, I look around a bit and go, hello? Anyone with a grudge and a knife for her hand looking for me?
You do see this guy who, when you say hello, he turns towards you. You mentioned anyone with a grudge and a knife for a hand. It's like, a knife for a hand. You wouldn't happen to be with the core, would you? He walks towards you. He towers over you quite a bit.
I look up at him and go, no core, just, I kind of just woke up here. So, do you, like, I don't know, do you have any idea where this is?
Oh, but you don't. That's interesting. He just leans himself down, almost like he's studying you. It's like,
I just look up at him unflinching.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll have you roll an intimidation check. However, I need to ask what your charisma score is, because the other thing is about to factor in.
Yeah, my charisma score is terrible. It is an 8 with a modifier of -1. So,
really? It's an 8? Well, the
Yeah.
other thing that happened is... I'll read what the effect says.
Okay.
Change your charisma score to 14 or gain 2 charisma. So your charisma is now 14.
What the?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I need to roll intimidation then.
Yes, with your new charisma score.
Okay. Don't see how much is gonna change. Oh my gosh! Okay. Okay, intimidation you said? That is gonna be an 18.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess added to that, it's like, and don't try to play games with me. I fought bigger.
Bold. I like that. You said you were looking for someone with a grudge.
I am.
I may be able to provide assistance with that. I have connections all over the multiverse.
Where are they?
Where are my connections? All over the multiverse. What kind of question is that?
Well, okay. It wasn't so much that. It's more like, my intention was point me to the first one more so.
Allow me to explain where you are. You're in what ostensibly would be considered my home, along with the home of several others like me. The Abyss.
The Abyss. Have I heard of this before? The Abyss?
No.
I mean, fitting name, honestly.
So you want me to just direct you to a connection of mine without even knowing what kind of connection you need, then?
You make a good point. So, what can I expect before, meeting this hired help?
I need to know what you're after before I let you in on the hired help.
Alright, since we're being honest with each other. Someone I loved, was taken from me. By a man named Connor Kamen. I don't think he's dead. He's out there somewhere, continuing his sick experiments, and I think I finally found something that can help me connect him, but it's not good enough. I need to know more.
Is this Connor Kamen also a planeswalker?
Is he?
Not to your knowledge.
Alright, so I sort of look off to the side and go, it would explain a lot. But I don't know for sure.
Let me give you a hint. If he was a planeswalker, I presume the issue is that you don't know where he went. But if you know where he's been, then you may be able to find a sign leading to his trail. If he's a planeswalker.
Yeah, and this is a pretty big if. Honestly, I'd be willing to take anything at this point.
He's got the biggest smirk on his face. And
I accept.
You don't even know what I'm offering you.
Not yet. But I'm a clever guy.
All right. Fill me in on more of the details then, and we'll discuss the actual terms of our agreement.
All right. So, remind me, DM, because I have been out of this for a while. What, exact information, do I know, that could, not only help me, but also, help the Chasers, since, our goals are more or less aligned.
You know that Connor Kamen does seem to have self-cloning capabilities. You know that there was a goo thing that that you managed to pick up from the site where you fought Connor, where he supposedly died, but it seems but you're under the impression he may not have.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically crushed it and threw it into the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff about Zaricha, you also know. You also know that the Zaricha seems to be going by the surname Kamen as well.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to remove Zaricha from the Boros list, because we know he's not for real Boros.
He's a fake Boros.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
You also know that his research did involve genetic modification and cloning, primarily.
Okay. I think I have enough to do this now. Okay, so... Alright. Kamen is a scientist. His research involved genetic modification, cloning. When I fought him on the day my uncle died, he, or what I assume to be a clone of him, left behind a goo-type substance. Though I tossed it out, because I was just so... Anyway, as for this guy Zaricha, he seems to be going by the same surname of Kamen. But for now, I've just been hunting for leads and just exhausting my options.
The most likely lead, if this Connor Kamen is still alive, would likely be if that object you found is still there where you threw it away. If it's not, then you may have a problem on your hands. Of course, it may be possible to follow its trail, depending on how, well, messy it is.
So, Finn just chuckles to himself half-heartedly and goes, "Guess I'm going dumpster diving."
Of course, things like this come with an exchange, as it were.
I'm listening.
He opens his hand, like fire emits. And a contract forms. And it's like, very simple. You work for me, I help you handle your personal business. I'll utilize my connections wherever in the multiverse they need to be used in order to track down these brothers.
Just jot down extra notes. Okay, so alarms are definitely going off in Finn's head. He's been a vigilante long enough to know that shortcuts like this do have a price, but at the same time, he said it himself. He keeps running into dead ends. And if something's got to give, then if it means protecting the city, he's fairly confident that he'll ensure it's a one and done deal. So he says, "Okay, I'm in."
So you sign?
Finn signs.
Okay, so let me explain. You get some new shit.
Some new shit. Okay.
Yes. This, when I explain it, you'll understand what might be replacing it. However, for now, once per day each, we'll say twice per short rest, you can cast either Burning Hands or Command.
Ooh.
And if you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, you gain temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier plus your monk level. I'm giving you something very unique here, and actually better yet, wisdom modifier plus monk level.
Oh,
so
okay.
basically,
so temporary HP equal to what again? Just so I'm sure.
Wisdom modifier plus monk level.
Plus monk level.
Okay. And you have all 6 levels in monk, correct?
I do.
Okay, so actually, let me add to the list of spells that you can do up to twice per day. Or twice per short rest. So the total list of spells is going to be Burning Hands, Command, Blindness, Deafness, and Scorching Ray. These will all use your Wisdom modifier as though they're basically monk spells for you.
All right.
This feature will give you some new spells that you have the option of casting as you go up in monk level. Or you can also use this stuff for charisma if you take warlock. If you multiclass into warlock, I'm going to require you to have the fiend patron.
All right. All right, I'll put this in my notes, but holy wow.
And after the session, I will add this to special mechanics.
All right.
So yeah, basically you have a few fiendlock things as a monk.
Interesting.
Part of the reason I'm giving it to you is because of the way that you did that interaction. As for getting directions back where you were, he ends up explaining it to you in essence. You have now been to the abyss. However, I do have a question for you before you go back. Do you want to go straight back to Ravnica, or do you want to go somewhere else? Because Ob can take you to a couple of different planes.
Given that he has a rare opportunity here, he'd want to come back with more than what he had coming in. So he's gonna push a little deeper. Let's go planeswalking.
Let's go planeswalking. So given what you've told him about your situation, oh, this is going to be fascinating. So he brings you to a bustling city, a little bit different from the one that you know.
Okay.
Very different. This is a very intriguing place that seems to have a lot of wheeling and dealing. There's a lot of very obvious criminal activity going on here. Welcome to Capenna.
Ah.
And so
Friendly,
yeah,
friendly reminder, Eliza's been there.
Eliza has been there. And so he's like, welcome to Capenna. I'll get you in touch with my crew. So
right.
you are brought to the territory, and there's a couple of people who are like, who the heck is this? And then Ob's like,
who's this who's this sassy lost child?
Chill the fuck out. And so you are brought to the Maestros.
Okay, how do I type that? What?
You'll find out why I'm freaking out a little bit.
Oh, maestros. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let me
give
find out then.
lots of demons, devils, humans, assassins, rogues, vampires. So anyway,
Yeah.
Demons, devils, humans, assassins, vampires. Oh my.
Fucking vampires.
I know, right?
This-
And we haven't met the big boys
Okay.
yet.
Okay. So, Finn is looking around. Part of him is regretting this, but he's given up, a little bit too much to stop at the moment. So he's, kind of taking everything in. And, this is certainly a bevy of information that he's getting, but, just know that, he is panicking a little bit on the inside. There's, like, whole cities without, people like him, and the thought of that scares him.
So basically, they start chatting the shit with you, and some of them joke that you seem a little bit scrawny to be to be one of Ob's boys. And it's like, he's clearly got plenty of fight in him. Just chill. Spider-Man joins the Italian mob.
I mean,
you were already working with Kingpin too.
yeah, like, it's funny how this sort of pans out.
Yeah. Ob ends up introducing you to this guy.
Anello? Is that how you pronounce it?
Angelo.
Angelo, okay. Can you force your disdain anymore?
Oh man, look at this man. He's schmoving.
He's a.
And you get the impression that these guys aren't so bad. Sure, they do crimes. They do murders, yes, but you know, the thing is, a lot of it, like, they are all assassins, and you're from Golgari. You've seen that. You've seen plenty of that.
I have.
They're professional. They're thorough, and Hello in particular actually thinks of himself as an artist.
Okay, so what do you specialize in? Chiaroscuro, avant-garde.
A hit in
Cox?
you do a hit the right. You see, when I take a hit on someone, I don't just snap their neck. That's too mundane, too simple. No. You have to really send the proper message.
Everything burns.
He's describing very detailed, basically, murder scenes.
Finn hates this. He just sort of smiles and nods, but he's like, "Oh my god," in his mind.
But that's just it. These are all things that they are hired. These are all ones that they're hired to do, and they're like, "Well, if this is going to be our art form, we may as well make it an art form." And a lot of them talk about collecting other forms of art as well, like various paintings, sculptures. They also like performances. They view like the assassinations as performance.
Interesting
And you
way of
also
looking at it, honestly.
And you also find out that a lot of them used to be the aristocracy of this city. So there's actually sort of a history behind them as well, and you're kind of getting a little bit more on that front, where like they're the Italian mob. They're the Italian mob, but they're also artists.
Not gonna lie, the human element does touch Finn to a degree. He's not at all approving of what they do, but he can see why they're doing it the way they're doing it. Wait. Peafowl be like, this is awful, and somehow AI art is still worse. I don't even know what that is.
AI art is not real art.
Preach.
You're right, but how do you bring this up in the campaign?
We don't, that's the joke.
And Hello does not like AI art.
Huh, you know, maybe
Finally, something we agree on.
Huh, these guys aren't so bad at all.
The Obscura invented
what?
art
They're
trying to
alright.
outdo it.
Hey, you know what? These guys are all right.
AI art. If it were anybody in New Capenna that does AI art, it would probably be Obscura.
Kill him. Also, just adding these spells to my repertoire.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. Oh my God.
All right.
So you're a monk that's also a warlock, and you might be an assassin. Let's not worry about it. Anyway, so
A war monk.
so anyway. Obnixilis might ask you to kill people anyway. So it's like and as you finish up with this meeting with the maestros, and based on what you've told me, you're not a big fan of most of the maestros.
He's definitely not, no.
They do have a very clear sense of honor, though. So
Yeah, he does appreciate that. But he believes the way they're doing it is wrong. But he's not gonna outright say that to their faces, because, you know, that'll be like mission suicide.
true.
He's here for information. And you can definitely be sure that Finn's going to find ways to get around potential jobs that involve, you know. So it's like, I'm glad I got a little more, but I'm coming after you guys. That's where his head is right now.
And the funny thing is, that makes you a perfect fit in New Capenna. Anyway.
It is a city.
Yeah, it like sort of pretending to work with the mob when you really want to take them down. That's actually very
Now-
accurate.
Now who needs the old peafowl?
So Angelo's like, I'm not exactly as big on the scientific aspects of this sort of thing, but if I would to take a crack at it, anybody from... If any of the... If any of the gangs in Capenna would know something about this, considering what you've told me about this Simic, it would probably be the brokers, but I have my doubts.
I'll take what I can get.
There is a possibility that he could be using something that's does come somewhat from us, but again, I have doubts. It's just loose connections here and there that may fit.
You think it's like some piece of technology or magitech or just plain magic?
Sometimes you get rid of one body in order to make two.
I see.
It's something we do as well.
Well, that's good. I can use this. And Finn gets up and says, I appreciate doing business with you. And hello.
Certainly, it sounds like it would also be in my better interest to make sure this Bolas can't exactly step on my turf.
Yeah, so Finn says, well, I do have experience of protecting one city. Sure, I can handle two. But we'll get to that.
Now you're starting to sound like those fucking brokers. Although you better not be as stuck up as they are.
I have my ways. All right. I think I should go. And he leaves the building, and in his mind he is going, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Complete with comic book thought bubbles.
Little yellow boxes. Oh wait, wrong Marvel character. Anyway.
Now I understood that reference.
It's like, I gotta help him. Who am I kidding? I should not do that.
I presume that you would return to that when you go back to Ravnica, you go back to your own room.
Of course.
So when you go back to your own room, you apparently fell into some of your equipment when you passed out.
What kind of equipment? Like, just, different, like, scopes or beakers or...
different beakers and test tubes. Some of them had stuff in it.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah.
And so, remember when I told you to roll 2 D100s, and one of them resulted in you having that charisma boost?
Mm-hmm.
So that D100 was actually you rolling on a mutation table.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what happened.
What happened was your charisma became 14.
Okay, so I
You
guess...
you just feel like so much more confident than you did before for some reason.
Yeah, so the slide of personality definitely makes sense. So it's like he realizes what happened and goes, huh.
To quote
Happy
the
accidents.
entry, you feel like the most charming person in the world, and right now you may very well be. Change your charisma to 14 or gain 2 charisma.
Yeah. So I guess with the contract I signed, do I notice anything different about myself, like mark-wise, or maybe insignias or tattoos that weren't there before?
There seems to be a tattoo on. It's well hidden enough, but there's a tattoo sort of on like basically the crook of your neck, like where it's easy to hide by a shirt, but like on your right, basically between the base of your neck and your shoulder,
Okay.
of an insignia that does look like Ob's horns.
Lamar.
Oh, I get it. All right, so he takes a look and goes, huh. Yeah, definitely gonna make an effort to hide that. Do I have any turtlenecks around here? And he just starts rummaging through his wardrobe, finds a nice green turtleneck to put on. It's a little chilly out, right? So it should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, puts it on, and
So
yeah.
there's a knock at your door.
Oh, just a minute. Then he, I think I should also say that when he was planeswalking, he was still in costume, but since he got back, he quickly changed into his clothes. So he's fixing his hair a bit, shimmying his shoulders, and he gets the door open, and well,
It's Severus.
Hey, Severus. Hang on, and just for illustrative purposes,
Mm-hmm.
let me just drop down the Finn token, because he is out of costume right now. There we go. Oh, Severus. Morning or evening or what time is it?
It's still the morning for now. It's like 10.
Okay, not too bad.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Just been pulling a lot of all-nighters.
Are you making a conscious effort to block his view into the room?
I would say yes, actually.
In that case, I was just rolling perception for him, just in case you were making a conscious effort. He got a nat 20, so the dice tell a narrative.
Okay. That's fine.
So you're like blocking it, and he probably we can say that with a nat 20, he like realizes you're blocking. It's like, what the hell happened? Back, holy crap! What happened to your lab?
Rat.
I'm doing
got
Severus's
in
voice
here.
all wrong, by the way.
Yeah. It's like, okay, and Finn in response goes, a rat snuck in and climbed on into my hair. Yeah.
Roll a deception check.
He is lying out of his ass. Okay. Deception is not great. That is gonna
Now
be a 5,
remember,
which is okay,
your deception.
which is okay because
Now remember, you do have that 14 in charisma now.
I do.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough. But it makes sense because he's not really
What did you get on the deception?
I got a 5.
It's like, I feel like that isn't very true, but I don't know.
You're right.
What you'd be.
Come in. So I'm taking him into my lab, and then I sit down with him and tell him everything that's been going on. Trying not to trauma dump, obviously, because you don't trauma dump to people, but I basically say to him, I just haven't felt right since my uncle died. I've been trying to go back and forth with this thing that the chasers gave me. The body, the mutagen. I keep wondering. I can't help but feel like if I just paid more attention, then he'd be, And then he says under his breath, "This is all my fault."
No, it is not. Now, the interesting thing is with Severus being Golgari, he doesn't really fully understand your the mourning as much. He gets that people mourn death. He understands that process, and he understands that people dying makes people sad. But for Golgari, with those
unique among the Golgari,
yeah, it makes you pretty unique among the Golgari. For instance, Ik with her parents dying, her thing is immediate vengeance, is immediate anger towards the person. Which that was kind of your reaction as well. I suppose murder tends to be a little bit more. It's like so Severus is responding a little bit more in the logical sense, as it were. It's like, it is not your fault though. It is Connor's fault.
Maybe you're right. I just wish there was more I could be doing.
Perhaps there is. Eliza sent me to let you know that they were intending to meet at the chamber of the Guild Pact today.
Oh. Okay. Thanks. I guess I'll drop in soon. I just gotta finish waking up, and maybe he looks around, tidying up the place.
If you need to, I could work on cleaning the place. I'm supposed to be your assistant, after all.
Yeah, you're right. I know. I just, you know me. I'm the sort of person who if there's something that I can easily do for people, then it wouldn't be right to just leave behind whole messes for you. If you need my help to clean,
I can clean just fine. You focus on the meeting for now, and if there's still more to clean by the time you're done, then come join in cleaning it. Simple solutions.
All right. I'll see you on the flip side. And he
looks confused and like turns his hand over a couple times and like shrugs.
Severus is not good in social situations, is he?
No.
I mean, I will say his matter-of-factness did screw Finn's head on a little bit more straight than he was. But yeah, he decides for now to stay in his normal attire as he makes his way to the guild packs, but still has under his clothes for
Finn slowly becoming mono black. And I figure that is an effect.
I don't know who that is.
The color of mana black. Mono meaning one color.
Okay.
Yeah. Because boy, do you have a thing for just working with people with black in their cost? Is that just a thing you do?
Anyway.
It is very funny how that ends up turning out. I figure that was a good way to transition into the chamber of the Guild Pact, the meeting.
Okay.
So everybody
Alright,
can
so
move their
where is that
tokens.
place? Oh, here it is. Man. Also, did you know that there's like a focused ping system? Like that is super helpful.
Yeah, I wish I knew how to do it.
Easily one of the... I think it's like one of those right click thingies. And then it
Oh, okay. I see it. Boop.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Yay.
So remind me, were we all at the guild pact, or just like some of us?
I figure that the message would get out to everybody to meet at the Guild Pact.
Okay.
That was my idea, was that
Oh, the whole
Eliza was
team is
using
here.
her army of husbands
Yeah.
to
And,
send the message.
And to represent kind of the other guilds, can I bring Rokon with me and Zadok?
Sure, because as we all know, there's no Demir representative in the party.
Yeah, totally not. Nope.
There's
No.
none.
I guess.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
because
guess,
she's out today.
Oh yeah, and Shidok too, because Rakta. And Eliza looks fucking exhausted, even after getting sleep.
Is Bear coming to
Join the
meeting?
club. Bear? But yeah, like, Eliza's tired, join the club. We got jackets.
No, you don't. You just have Obnixilis tattoos.
We can't see that.
You know what the is? It's called a joke.
Hi,
I'm
Becca.
expanding on the joke. Oh my god, hi!
Hey, love, is Nib, is it free by any chance?
Yeah, totally. She gets on the intercom.
I use telepathy to Becca. Call him. Trust me, it's a cute name for him.
Oh my god, yes.
Interesting.
Is he like the chaser people? I think it's the chasers. The people are here. The ones with the other dragon situation. You know.
Uh,
Oh god.
Yes, send them in.
In we go. Of course,
Becca
bowing.
is outside.
so as we walk past, I just want to point out that I wave to Becca awkwardly as you know we enter the chamber.
Eliza offers Finn some coffee. Here. You look exhausted too.
He just sort of takes it, not saying another word. Thanks.
Hello, Master Mivnizit. Been a minute. Whew.
So it has.
So, Eliza explains what happened, like during the freaking arena, the tournament thing, what's been going on. Oh, things that she knows. She doesn't know about the whole thing that's going on, like with Bear in the Zorius and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Nimizit
Is hearing all of this, and Eliza would be able to tell because she's part dragon. She knows how to read dragon facial expressions.
Yep.
He annoyed. It's like,
whatever Malik's backup plan is, I'm not sure what exactly it's accomplishing, but whatever it is isn't something that's immediately obvious, other than potentially spreading discord.
Yeah. All I know is that we gotta figure out where the heck his hideout is. Put a stop to his little backup plan before it does go off, and we have a bigger situation than we're already dealing with.
Are there any answers from the arrested members of the cult?
Over to Azorius people?
Bear is doing keyboard shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, Tuffy.
Hello.
E. Tuffy, see, hello. Okay, I wanted to make sure my mic was on. So Tuffy does see Finn and is kind of excited to see him because, hey, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I've been in my lab. I've been busy. He's just sort of in his head right now, so he isn't exactly intermingling with you, but he does, yeah.
Have you gotten any leads?
I don't know what you're. Hold on.
Okay, Tuffy would Tuffy does this. I believe Tuffy knew that Finn was trying to look for Cayman. Is that
Yeah.
we assume even then we all kind of assumed that like Cayman might not be dead. So Tuffy. So if nothing else, Tuffy, despite how kind of dumb he is at least cognizant enough to know that, you know,
all right,
Cayman might still be around.
Yeah. So so Finn hears you say or ask, have you found any leads? And he's like, not here. Let's wait until we get outside, then I'll tell you.
Okay. You can see him do like that little okay thing with his hands. His hands are paused now that I think about it, aren't they?
Pans. They're pans now.
Pans. Okay.
You can cook with them.
You can cook many things. Eggs, ham, hash browns.
Bodies.
Oh my god.
What? Okay, no, not
that
bodies.
one isn't Tuffy. That's me. That's TP.
I
that's
know,
only if you're committed enough. Don't do it though. Don't do it. We don't.
I know,
we don't
but...
advocate for that.
Oh wait, wrong one. There we go.
Anyways. I see what you posted in general.
Didn't Azorius have anything to say about the current happenings?
Yeah, because Tuffy did arrest Balzar, and he is in Azorius right now.
Okay.
I believe if Tuffy doesn't have it, we would kind of be at the point where we're waiting on Bear a little bit.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody doing?
No. No. We're not sponsored. It would be amazing if we were, but no.
This video is sponsored by youtube.com/Boonslayer.
Oh my god.
And Spiffy Needle Geeks and Realm Wars on Twitch.com, which HelloFresh would be an amazing sponsor. But alas,
HelloFresh,
we're not there
order
yet.
your bodies to cook today.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my.
Okay, I think Bear's back. Is Bear back?
Well, I know he's not muted.
He's just staring at us.
Menacingly!
Yep, that's the reference. Tech being fucky. Okay. Tuffy, you give the report. It'll be funny.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. It wouldn't be a stream. It wouldn't be a stream without scuff.
No.
Now would it?
Nah.
All streams are required to have at least 30% scuff.
And that is why Amelie is known as the Queen of Scuff.
Oh my god.
This is quickly turning into Junkyard D&D. We all realize that.
I suppose maybe also Eliza would fill in a visit of.
Didn't Eliza kind of already do a lot right now?
No.
Okay.
But she would also inform Niv Mizzet of Ishimoto's situation and what happened with there.
All right.
Hello?
There we
Hello.
go.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Holy
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to quickly figure out the problem and then solve it. Hello, I am alive.
He exists.
Yay.
So yeah,
I also realized
Niv was asked.
You first.
Niv Mizzet was asking if the people that are arrested that were from the cult, if we found out anything about them.
Well, there is problem.
Mm-hmm.
It is likely somebody has been impersonating lots of people, and Hebron may be a victim of this. Bear believes we may be dealing with a changeling, as Rokan the Hunter's knife has been seen in the position of several different
Krozak the Hunter.
Krozak. Jeez. As this appears to be a very unique knife, and these sightings are very close together, it is unlikely that the person carrying it has just been killed for the knife, so it is likely we are looking for a change.
Distinctly possible. Shapeshifters, especially among the Demir, are fairly common. I can ask around, but this is Zadok talking. I can ask around, but I already know how a lot of Demir are about giving out information. Lord knows someone that, or you know that someone who would do this sort of thing would certainly be hiding it even more so.
Bear has an idea, but it may not be the nicest thing. There is a person with lots of connections who does not Bear, who may know something about this.
Are we thinking of the same person?
Dorian Risk.
Yeah, we're thinking of the same person.
He seems to know everybody, including the P-Fell Spider, for some reason.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
So, maybe he knows of any changeling carrying a particularly unique knife. I'll have to find the P-Fell Spider and see if I can to ask.
Should I go tell Risk that you want to meet with him so he can prepare himself?
Well, Bear does not have any intention of being the one meeting with him, due to the tension between the two of us.
All right.
Which is why Bear is going to try and find the P-Fell Spider. The P-Fell Spider will likely have better opportunity to get information out of Risk.
Either him, that Amira girl, Ishimoto himself, they.
Lots of people. None of them Bear. Hebron will be released later today due to lack of evidence holding him in there. Keep an eye on him in case something happens again.
I'll keep an eye. I'd hate for them to try to frame him again. That was Rokon talking.
If they do try again, well, we will see how that goes. But apart from that, on subject of imprisoned. Wait a second. We left Bedrinus in Azorius, didn't we?
You know, I was wondering where she was.
Last
Yeah, I'm
bit
sure
saw-
she's fine.
Last bit saw she was in Nuprov, going to talk to Arlington's brother.
Do you think maybe we should go back?
Not a good idea. Not like her to miss meeting.
I'm going back.
So I can't really.
This is a setup for next session.
Okay.
But we have Remora's twin. He has 3 guards watching cell. His crimes are well known, so simply jailed for now. Till he can be tried and likely put in prison. And then there is Malik. Still around. Unable to be found. And apparently can fly.
Finn remembers all the times that he's been fireballed. And, like, shrugs a bit.
But that is all Bear has. Though, he pulls out his notebook and passes it around on the page with Krozek's dagger. Keep an eye out for this dagger. Bear believes this is what Bear believes a changeling is holding it, so visual descriptions of person, not too good. Person themselves, very good. Capture them if possible. If not, try to follow.
Yeah, Finn is definitely taking note of that in his mind.
That is all Bear has.
The
Once he
the
gets
angels
his
of the
notebook
Boros
back.
Legion will likely be watching the skies for Malik now that we know that that he is capable of flight.
Hopefully.
I will say, not right now, but eventually I will be heading to the Izzet League to look for some information there.
Information about what?
Well, 2 things. I'm sure you already know of my little, she points to her head, problem, my memory. Something came back. And it was unfortunately I saw another planeswalker die in front of me. Dak Faden. My
Everyone
father-
roll insight.
Everyone?
There
Okay.
it is.
Um.
Oh, that's
Insight,
a good roll.
insight.
Oh, that is a really good
Find-
roll. Hold on.
Where's the? There it is. Okay.
Inside.
Da, 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 da.
I
Let me
have
find it.
16.
23.
Damn.
So, because the soundboard isn't here and is in the straw chat, I'm just gonna say, that's impressive.
Yay!
Nat
Which is
20!
great. Which is great, because the
That's
DC
impressive.
is in fact 20, so...
I got a nat 20!
I like it.
You said
So this
what?
was insight, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we
23.
should probably. Yeah, we should probably roll down our results just to make sure no one gets missed.
Good call.
Okay, you said okay. This is
Yeah.
in the
Galataki's natural 20. I'm 16. Yeah. Ick is 23.
Ika is also a 23. I see that over in the roll 20.
Okay. Yay!
And I need bears, toughies.
Need bear.
Yo!
Thank you, Frog Dice.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wow. So for once, bear wouldn't notice it.
I mean, no one's perfect.
Too busy thinking about changelings.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
True. So
Yeah, and I guess I guess it's been in Finn's case, like he understands what might be going on, but he's also wrapped up in his world. Plus, he kind of already doesn't like Eliza, so
I can actually flavor this because the dice do tell a narrative.
Okay.
In this situation, and that narrative involves. I feel like we're missing somebody else's role. I know Ika's is in the other chat. Ick.
I think
no,
it's,
Ick's there.
it's Eliza.
No.
It's Eliza's role.
Yeah,
we're
Eliza.
missing.
Oh,
Yeah.
my role? Okay. Give me a second.
Oh,
So
wait.
it's a
Is she
D20
rolling
in your
insight
face.
for her? Is she rolling a insight for herself or something else?
She's rolling insight for something else.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Throws a D20 at Eliza. Roll.
Something
It
in
better not be metal. That's mean.
something in response to her saying the name Dak Faden.
Here we go.
Oh, the DC was 20. So, Bear, you're thinking about changelings. Finn, you can tell that Niv Mizzet had some kind of reaction to the name. Like he is familiar with who Eliza is talking about, but you're somewhat tuning it out. As for everyone else, you guys can tell that not only did he react, it's like he looked in Finn's direction.
Finn eventually looks up and goes, "Huh? Yes." He's sort of waiting for something of a response.
I am familiar with Dak Faden and what happened to him in that battle. He just kind of tries to gloss over. It's like, you may very well find the information you're looking for about him there. Although I suppose
The question is whether or not it's relevant, or if it may do more harm than good to expose it.
What do you mean?
I'd like to note that you didn't pick up on the fact that Nib Mizzet was looking at you.
I don't know if this will account for anything, but I do have an... No, because perception and insight are two different things. Okay, never mind.
Because it was
Because
he sort of reacted as though he sort of reacted to the name Dak Faden by looking at you quickly and then looking back. Basically, it was
Okay.
quick enough where it's not like he was staring at you.
No. All right then.
But you picked up on the fact that it was a reaction. The others picked up on the fact that it was a reaction that was in some way related to you.
Okay.
So Gamataki would take a look at him. Is there something you want to tell the boy?
23. Sorry.
Eliza just looks kind of confused.
Okay. Wait a minute. How old do you think I am?
Oh no, she's she's reacted to what Nib Mizzet.
Okay. I thought it was gonna lead into like a how old do you think I am? I don't know, 10? More than 10? Less than 10? How many out here?
Actually, I have a funny response. Like, actually, Finn, I always thought you were like 18 because you
18?
You are
That
a halfling.
is generous. Yeah, I'm a halfling, but we're not all kids. We just look like kids.
I apologize. I'm.
That is a harmful stereotype.
To the
I apologize.
point. Is there
18
something-
old.
Is there something you want to say to the boy?
Okay, Gamataki, before we get to your point, can I just say, I gotta be honest, are you just constipatedly grumpy all the time? Like, I'm debating whether or not to buy you an ice cream.
Gamataki just kind of looks back at Peafowl, just kind of.
Finn.
You could just, yeah. Like he takes a look at Finn, and
Peafowl isn't. I was about to say Peafowl isn't here.
Yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, he just kind of gives you a glance of just being like, time and place for this.
Just saying. Continue.
I don't think whether I don't think me saying it will be of much assistance.
Then who do you think would have a better insight on this?
Someone who's no longer here.
Then you should say.
Do we have an inkling of who that might be? Is it the person I'm thinking of?
It's the person you're thinking of.
Yeah, so Finn reflexively gets up and looks away.
Eliza
Like
will take
just the implications. Too much for him.
Eliza will take in a deep breath and be like, the reason from what my father told me, Alfred assigned my father to protect Dak Faden. Well, that obviously failed. But something hit me when I was thinking about that. That Alfred was an avid note taker, and that maybe he wrote something down that might help us. Hence why I want to go to the Izzet League and maybe go through some of his notes, and maybe there might be a connection. It could lead us to other potential cultists that are running around. Perhaps it may be even, given that he worked with Connor, there might be something Alfred wrote down of Connor, that might be an indication or a clue that where he could be.
When you say that, Finn opens his eyes, turns to you, and says, "Then we should go right now."
You did also used to work for Connor, so you ought to know just as well.
And I might have some of my own leads.
All right. Do you want to leave now, Finn, or do you want to wait till after the meeting's done?
Finn is like dead set on going, so he's like, I already have what I need. Like, more coldly than you've ever heard him say anything up to this point. Like, he's already out.
Before she does leave with Finn, she looks over to Ika, Bear, and Tuffy, and if Ick wants to come too. You guys want to come with us? You know, more eyes could help us.
Ich come.
All right.
We'll be happy to come along to Is It Matters type stuff.
Yeah. Before she does leave, she does hug Rokon, Shidok, and Zadok, and she says to all four of them, "Please do be. If you need me, you know where I'll be."
There's nods. There's requests to be careful from various points. Finn, on your way out, I need you to roll a perception check.
All right.
Perception check.
Yeah.
Okay. Although I will say, never mind. Okay.
Right,
Okay. Perception. Let me just do some quick maths here. This is a big number.
Oh, hello.
23. I got a 23.
Hey, Tiger, long time no see.
How dare you?
What?
And hang on, let me just quickly remind myself. Aha!
That's Amira.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make doubly sure. Amira, what are you doing here?
I mean, what am I ever doing anywhere?
I mean, fair enough, I suppose. So, how long have you been following me?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I've necessarily been following you, but I saw you going with the chasers waited out here, and I figured I'd say hi when you were on your way out.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. And I do gotta be going, shortly, I'm afraid. There's something in the Is It League that, Eliza found, and I wanted to help her find it as soon as I can, so.
Sure. Take care of yourself, though. You kind of look like a mess.
Am I really so transparent?
Like glass, Tiger.
Do I happen to hear or see this on my way there?
And when Amira says that, Finn just laughs because it's only through her that he now realized, yeah, kind of haven't been taking care of myself at all. And he's like, honestly, it's nice to see you, outside of, you know, the usual context. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure, we should see each other outside the usual context a little bit more often.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm good for it.
Maybe
All
we
right.
could arrange something after our next little meeting.
All right. Sure thing. Well, I better get going. Hey, you take care of yourself too, okay?
You got it, Tiger. Wink.
Finn is blushing. And then does like a little fist pump.
The ship is going to.
And she's gonna go do things. So, who all is going to Izzet, and what are the people who are not going to Izzet doing?
Tuffy was gonna go back to New Prov to see why Bedrinus couldn't meet up.
Out of character, you know the reason that Bedrinus is. You know the reason that out of character, Bedrinus isn't here. That being said, I can't do that in this session.
Okay.
You can come up with a
yeah.
good way to deflect. Maybe
Yeah.
she's just not there.
Yeah, it makes sense for her to not be there, considering what I have planned. So
After what we as the players know has happened, maybe she's just not there.
yeah,
I,
so you get to head back to New Prov, and we'll handle that. What is everybody else doing? I know that Eliza and Finn are going to it, and Ick is also apparently is going to Izzet.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, she did. I believe did someone else mention that they wanted to go to the league?
Because Eliza did
Ika.
invite everyone.
Ika did. Okay.
Yeah, Eliza did invite everybody.
Because of course the Izzet person would go to the Izzet League.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Which is a perfect opportunity because as soon as you walk out, Ika, Finn looks over to you and says, I'm sorry, I don't think we met. What's your name?
Ah, my name is Ika.
Ika. Finn Hazelace. Nice to meet you. And he extends
Nice to
his
meet you too.
hand out. Yeah. He extends his hand out for a handshake.
And then I shake Finn's hand.
And I will note you will have to bend down because he is 2'1". He is very short, even for a halfling.
Small.
Ika just bends down to shake your hand.
Yeah.
Big bird mom.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. So, yeah. So did you say you were from the Izzet League then?
Yes. What guild are you part of?
Golgari. I went over there because the Izzet League did a lot of great things, but I figured Golgari would have, more in the way of what I was looking for. So anything to do with healing others, but lately, anyway, it's great to meet you. Have you ever met my uncle when he was alive?
I think for the sake of
An uncle?
simplicity, I think for the sake of simplicity, we could say no because Ika wasn't even here at all with the Alfred stuff.
All right, so Yeah, so Finn would
Don't think I
realize. Yeah. He,
I don't think I've ever met your uncle.
all right, because he was the best. He did so much for the city, and it's just it's weird not, you know. Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
actually kind
head
of
over to the Is It League.
I'm actually kind of nervous a little bit too, because we're gonna have to get Master Ralzar's permission, and yeah.
Something I want to say while we're heading over there. As I'm sure you guys might have heard or not, I don't know. I've been really busy with my own thing, but I think I may know how we can find Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear's gonna resize that.
Yeah?
Alright, so he may or may not be a planeswalker. When we destroyed that clone of his back when well, anyway, that clone left something behind. So while you guys head over to the League, I'm going to make a quick stop over to my lab. Hopefully the substance is still there, and then I believe it's that will help me find get back on the trail necessarily. Is that what's important about it? Just so I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll get back on the trail. You'll have a better idea of whether he's alive or not.
Okay, so
And-
yeah, Finn tells him
Finn?
as such.
And Finn,
Yeah.
please do be careful.
You need help?
Finn looks over to Ick and says, yeah, actually, yeah. You're like the best dumpster diver I know, so, as soon as we get there, go nuts, kid.
All right, we'll meet you.
Alright.
We'll meet you at the League.
Alright, sure thing.
All right, and I'm already got my token right there. Oh boy, I already
All right,
see him.
So, and I presume Ika's going to the Is It League. Tuffy is going to New Prov. And for now, I think... Yes, for now we're going to have Tuffy go to New Prov. Badrinus is not anywhere to be found, but you do notice. You do notice. In fact, Lionel is like, Tuffy, there you are. We got a little bit of a situation.
Yeah?
That Remora got Balthazar. Stupid fucking name.
Remoraid.
He apparently escaped.
He what?
What?
Oh boy.
Fuck!
In the distance.
I don't have Nitro, but...
Yeah.
What? For reference, that's the guy I literally threw into prison, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is he maybe a Tuffy does a quick think. Is he maybe? Is he maybe a planeswalker?
Possibly.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we learn that?
We
Or
learned that Arlington.
did he not know?
No, we learned that Arlington was a planeswalker.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was thinking of someone else. Sorry.
So, Tuffy's not happy with that. But that means we can't just throw him in a jail anymore, if that's the case. Because he could just poof and
That also explains, and he pulls out the file from another old case, the case of the murder of Balthazar Remora,
that also
where Arlington was found guilty, but no body was found.
and we don't have any way to trace which plane he walked into. Can we? Do we?
We don't.
All right. Wait. I want to see if Tuffy noticed.
Another planeswalker would be able to.
Can I see the cell? We had no way to leave the cell, correct?
He didn't have any way to leave the cell, no.
I want to see it.
All right. He leads you towards the cell. You can see in the middle of the cell is the planeswalker symbol. And this is part of the reason I didn't want to do this. Because most likely Bedrinus was going to find that and then follow him.
Oh,
so there's probably
you know what?
two.
We should probably honor that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a second one.
Yeah. So basically, the idea is that there's probably two. We'll probably space-time rewind this if Bedrinus does something different.
Okay, I was gonna say, if in the assumption that there's two, Tuffy then immediately, I'm going to say Tuffy probably assumes that the other one belongs to Bedrinus, who he can't find.
And if not, James would probably be able to tell you that Bedrinus did something to follow him.
Okay.
So basically, this is explaining to you. Basically, he's explaining to you what happened to Bedrinus. And
cool.
That in a way that reassures you that something is being done about Balthazar.
Okay.
So we're just going to be able to hand wave that.
All right.
This is why I didn't want to do this, because it's very complex.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the good news is, since that was the main reason Tuffy was here, Tuffy's gonna go. It's all explained. There's no need to worry. Tuffy just is gonna go over to where everyone else is.
What's Gamataki doing?
Gamataki, he actually is gonna think of going to the league, but first he wants to check up on his new mate.
What? Like meet as in MEAT or MEET?
His partner.
Yep.
Oh.
Boris Legion recruit.
Yeah.
Wait.
His new partner, Cyril.
Yep.
Oh wait, where'd they go?
Who, as you recall, is Florence's brother, who committed a murder because he was lied to. Anyway, so Cyril is basically around Plaza East, and he does seem to be looking for things, and he's doing something a little bit less Boros-y, a little bit more Azorius-y. He has a notepad out.
Yeah, so Gamataki ends up so he ends up like trying to sneak up behind him, but like he's doing so in a way to see like, you know, how well is he able to like detect someone who's hidden.
So basically you're doing a stealth that you want to fail.
Yeah, like I want to see like, you know, whether or not he notices me coming, yeah.
So the fun thing that's going to happen, about as quick as you can realize it, he's gonna draw his hook sword, basically loop it around your neck and pull you in. It's like, oh. And then pull it away. It's like, hey.
It's good that you're on your guard. That means you're getting better. So, is there anything you've been finding out lately? I saw you writing notes.
The trail of this Malik guy is a little bit difficult for me to track. Considering how many places there are a lot of Planeswalker marks to follow, it's very difficult to tell which one belongs to him. But there's a lot fewer in the plaza. I'm trying to figure out places where there aren't a lot of planeswalkers going back and forth. And potentially, because if I find those, it'll be much easier to isolate. And besides, someone who probably is interested in not being seen by the general public would also be interested in not being seen when they planeswalk. So it's going to be easier to find them in a more isolated place.
Probably in little crevices or alleyways which don't have many eyes looking through them.
Exactly.
Funny enough, we actually were just talking about him over at a meeting with the other chasers. Eliza's pretty hell-bent on finding his location.
I can imagine why. Bastard.
Well, I can already tell you this much. Just finding his location, I know, is certainly not going to be enough. Even if we do find where he is, we don't know what kind of traps he has in store for us. So finding him's not going to be enough.
Yeah, we're going to need to be prepared to actually take him down, which, based on what he's been able to do, may be easier said than done.
We do possibly have a lead on someone who may have some affiliation with him as well as the cult, on the other hand. You're welcome to join if you want.
Sure.
Just know there's going to be already a couple of people there already. Eliza, Finn, and I believe Ick is going to be with them as well.
That's not going to be awkward. Cool.
I'm sure you'll have plenty. No, I'm sure you'll have plenty to answer for once we get there.
I can only apologize so many times. I mean, that's not true. I can keep apologizing, but at some point, it just becomes redundant.
Then at that point, you forget seeking forgiveness. You just do what you can.
Yeah, some of them aren't going to forgive me, and I can't really do anything about that.
All right, let's get going then.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
So, what is Bear doing during all this?
Oh boy.
Is your tech being fucky wucky again?
Bear is typing.
Who is typing? Bear is typing.
Hates paperwork, still writes notes.
Writing notes and doing paperwork are two different things.
They kind of are.
They are
Like,
very
one,
similar.
There we go.
Yeah. It's just one is fun.
Imagine
one is...
having to like doing paperwork is like writing notes and then doing it again.
It's so it's like annoying. Like
Yeah.
notes but annoying. Notes
It's
are
like
fun.
I have these notes. I could just give you these. It's like, nope, we need you to fill out this form. Ah!
and the best part about writing your own notes is that it makes sense in your brain. So you could write, for example, you could write hang on. You could write Stooge McDuder, and
Anyway,
you would know. Oh yes, we are going to the Is It League.
I make that connection.
Yeah, again, makes sense in my brain.
So what does Bear do?
Not much. He is more likely to continue his search for whoever's holding the dagger, but also on the side look for Peafowl Spider. He hasn't seen him in a while.
Well, you do actually find him swinging around with Ick on his back over to the Dead Bridge Chasm.
the fuck is that beeping noise?
Sorry.
It's a bomb. Run.
Okay,
that's Bear
the sound
scanning.
of
The,
Peafowl
this,
Spider.
that was Bear scanning this guy.
Yeah, didn't you know that Bear Ravnica Trail of Dragons makes beeping noises when he scans the place?
It's so true.
Finally,
But
the
yeah,
real
sorry, how about
color.
now?
The real reason he's 5 color. He's actually an artifact.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm going to expend a hit dice to actually use one of my special mechanics, Wall Crawler. So my hit dice is, I believe, 1d8. Okay, so that's a 3. So times that, times 5, that's 30 feet, I think.
And by the way, Becca, make sure to say goodbye to Bear.
Bear makes sure to thoroughly ignore Becca.
Oh, come on.
This is so sad.
Why did I
It
do
is,
that?
it is known that she makes him uncomfortable.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, okay.
That is so
So,
sad. Play Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Okay, so moving on. So Ick, you and I are in my lab. Go nuts dumpster diving. Find the goop. So I tell you, okay, you need to find something goopy in the trash, like over there. Can you do it?
Oh, like a jelly friend.
Yeah. Look for a jelly friend.
Okay. Ick, look.
Ick, I
It's
need
not in the
you.
right place on the map. Hold on. There we go.
Ick, I need you to roll an in. By the way, Severus is here.
Oh,
Okay.
hello.
What material is Finn's lab's door made out of?
The door?
Yes.
That's a good question.
What stat was I rolling, sorry?
You were rolling an investigation.
Okay, that is 14.
Okay, you recognize where you're dumpster diving. This leads straight to where you found the other jelly friend.
Oh, Ick know where your jelly friend is. Ick. This is where
you
Ick
found
found
it?
her jelly friend.
Oh, you found a jelly friend too? Huh. Okay, let me just... So, as I go to follow you, I think this is when Bear comes in.
It's Golgari. There's no way that the door is made of metal.
Yeah. So it's just
Okay, yeah, so Finn gasps and immediately turns in the direction.
here's a lace.
Oh, okay. Oh, if fine, we opened the door.
Yeah, okay, so, Finn, approaches and opens the door. Well, I think he's still in costume, and you know what? I think
Bear
this
already
way
knows.
we can. Yeah, Bear already knows, but does Severus know? That's my
That's the
question.
I'd imagine that Severus. You know what? I'm gonna
Considering
roll a
you came to the lab
d20.
in costume.
Okay,
And
okay.
started rooting
sure.
around all of your stuff.
Yeah, he already knew. He already knew.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's so he takes his mask off and opens the door. Bear.
Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. How have
Yeah.
Oh my dice, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, you know, and just because of the vibe that Bear naturally gives off, Finn just goes up to him and says, I didn't know there were bears in these woods, and goes to hug him.
you? Bear gives sort of an incredulous look at the joke, but reciprocates the hug. You are quite unceremoniously picked up.
Severus
Finn
just
doesn't care,
looks
he's
at
just happy to see you.
looks at Ick and whispers, "Bear is a cat. I don't get it."
Yeah, ich find very
you'll-
confusing. Also, ich never said anything though.
Yeah. Okay, you can put me down now, buddy.
He puts you down. Where have you been?
I've been busy.
You look terrible in the meeting. Have you been sleeping?
Yeah. Well, no. I finally discovered something about Connor Kamen. I was also... He looks around his lab and says, "Hey, Severus, do you have that sample of Zarich's blood?"
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Can you get it ready? Because this is important.
He goes to get ready the sample of the blood.
All right. So, then he goes to tell Bear that, you know, Zaricha has this artifice in his system, which was spliced into him, into his genetics. So, he also tells Bear that So I think there's a way that we can separate it, but I'm not sure how to do it without necessarily killing him. Because I don't know if that's what I want to do, but there's a conflict, as he's saying it. As if he's, like, holding himself back from saying something else.
Are you okay?
I'll be honest. I haven't been okay since Al died. I can't help but feel like if I was just more observant about what you guys gave me, then maybe he'd still be around.
You're blaming yourself for him dying?
That's about the size of it.
It is
What, do you
stupid.
think otherwise?
I said
What?
the same thing.
It is not your fault he died.
It's Connor's.
Yeah. But
The thing is, yeah, people die, and he was trying to protect people. He died in best way he could have.
that may be true, but I also took a vow to protect this city. And I can't protect the one person that I care about the most.
Vowing to protect entire city on your own is a little bit too much.
Big city.
You're right. I just don't know who I can trust. Which I know is stupid, but I've kept these abilities guarded for so long that if they ever fall into the wrong hands, like... if
How would they
anything were to
do
get
that?
out, then... it's just... it's my responsibility to use them for good as long as I can. Whatever it takes.
Responsibility has great power, yes.
Yeah. That's how
She
Al
said it!
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's how Al would put it. I guess it's also just weird knowing that you have offered me a place in the team before, Bear, and I guess I'm just not ready yet. It's strange having other people help me. So, Ick, you, found the goopy thing, right?
Ik fan goop. Or jelly friend.
Okay, so, Bear, this might be the key to finding Connor.
Yeah.
I learned recently that, he may be a planeswalker. It would explain why he's eluded us for so long. Because we saw him. He was capable of cloning himself. So, if we take whatever's in this goop and trace it to find his whereabouts in the plains, it could very well be in the Izzet League. That could be where our next lead is.
Ik's jelly friend is living at Simic right now.
You know, that could be another lead. But I think we should do one thing at a time first. What do you think, Bear? What should we do?
There is... well, this isn't really Bear's realm of experts of intelligence. Bear is good at finding people and capturing people. But if you believe he is a planeswalker and that these jellies are related to him in any way, do we have an... Bear will have to check with Azorius to see if we have any samples of Cayman's a logical matter. Is likely we do. Maybe is it have some.
Yeah, whatever you can find would be a big help. Like records on medical records, blood data, anything that could help with the investigation. That would be great. Yeah.
It will be very welcome to Finn asking these questions, as a relative being of such high regard among them.
Yeah.
But you will need to learn one thing. He reaches down and he puts a finger in Finn's face.
He
You
backs
are
up
not
a little
alone.
bit.
This is not just your job.
Yeah, I know it isn't. He grabs the finger.
Ick also grabs the finger.
And on that
And
note,
then-
let's
Yeah.
be at Nivix now.
Yes.
With Eliza and Ika and Gamataki.
All right. So we should.
Yay.
And
head on over,
Cyril.
shouldn't we?
Eliza's looking kind of nervous because
And you know what? I think Finn will be in costume. So mainly just for no. Actually, he'll quick change back into Finn because don't want to arouse suspicions.
yeah.
Don't
Where's the
be
thing? Okay.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah, don't be suspicious. Because what's the
So
point of having a
she's-
secret identity if you're not secret with it? You know what I mean? Mhm.
Don't be
Uh,
sus.
It's called a secret identity.
Yeah.
Hold on! Don't do the sus things. Don't do the sus thing, Boone. I have the audio file for that.
Yeah, say suspect. Oh, wait, what?
No. But Boone knows what I mean.
Yeah. So, goddamn. So, yeah,
Stop
Eliza's
posting about Among Us.
So yeah, Eliza's a little nervous because it's like, man, this is kind of a bit I'm gonna do. As she's walking with Ika to Nivix, like, do I look okay? Because this is like I am meeting one of the greatest sorcerers in Ravnica. I mean, he's strong, he's charismatic,
Yeah.
he's the one who got me on the path of magic. Do I look fine?
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
this
flattered.
is my.
You look great.
That's him behind me.
Actually, I'm in front of you.
She looked-
Like you
She looked
literally
like
turned
subversion.
around and I was walking up. I don't.
Oh.
Why would you do that?
No.
Prick.
Instead, Gamataki appears behind Eliza.
And
hi.
Finn and Ick and Bear burst through the door where Finn says, "We're here!"
Yeah, well,
Ick does like a little goblin scream.
so Eliza does a bow because, yeah, she does respect.
When she does the goblin scream.
What does
Keep
that
it the
sound like?
fuck down! What the shit?
Okay, everyone calm down.
Do I know this person?
If you look in the Is It chat, this is Vonda Domine, an alchemist who tends to have explosions coming from her lab.
Well, that seems.
I wonder why. Okay,
Well, that's
so
a very flashy individual.
yeah. So looks over and says, Hey, Vonda.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Finn. I haven't seen you since,
Yeah, it's been a while.
1907.
Yeah, 1907, that shit.
Oh, by the way, since Tuffy probably heard the explosion, correct?
There wasn't an explosion.
Well, if you count an explosion from Ick's throat that emitted the noise, then yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is also the shut the fuck up.
You know, I'm gonna roll to see if I heard that. Is that okay?
Would that be perception?
Sure,
Yeah.
roll it. Sure, just
Okay.
roll it. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
with
That's
it.
a 10. That's a 10.
You did not hear it.
Dang it. Still
Yeah.
trying to look for everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, anyway, hello, Master Al. We've come to see you and to ask for permission to go through Alfred's notes for some things that might help us with our investigation.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for? Because bear in mind, there's a lot of this stuff that would be considered fairly personal.
Well, two things. Tomek has already told you about my amnesia problem, correct?
About your what?
There are things I forgot. I was basically
No. That was me, the DM, asking because like part of the words blended.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke because it was amnesia problem.
Oh, she said amnesia problem. It's like Tomix
Okay.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, something came back. I saw a planeswalker die in front of me. And that planeswalker, what my father was assigned to protect that planeswalker, Dak faded.
Raul's face visibly drops at that. That's what I was afraid you were going to ask about.
Did you know him?
I didn't know him very well. I just know he kept calling himself the greatest thief in the multiverse.
That's a bit self-aggrandizing.
Yeah. He had more of an ego than I do. And I want you to think about that for a second. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. Are you guys thinking about it?
It's all Nick can think of.
Yeah. More self-aggrandizing than me.
Yeah. And given what happened, the reason I want to...
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why I kind of want to look up this information is to kind of like give my father and myself closure about that. And the second reason why...
I'm going to be honest. I think it needs to come out eventually. And Eliza, I'm not sure you're the one who needs to read this.
All right.
Finn
I'm gonna go get the info.
Before you do go,
Mhm.
another reason why we want to look through Alfred's notes is because we're looking for information that might lead to a potential Bolas, well, I mean, already a Bolas cultist, but more so to try and find him. Dr. Connor Kamen. Because Alfred did work with him, and there might be some notes that might indicate a clue.
you guys already have all the notes that are in relation to relation to Connor when it comes to Alfred.
And a little something else. Ick.
Jelly friend.
We have reason to believe that Cayman might be a planeswalker. Is there a way that you could, like, cross-reference this with other planes? Is that within your repertoire?
What, this jelly thing?
No, cross other. Connor might be planeswalker, but also it was originally thinking of jelly thing.
Oh, yeah. Because Peafowl Spider found something like this after he defeated what appeared to be him, but it might have been one of his clones. I don't know if it's within your power, but you could perhaps track the DNA in this thing to wherever he might be.
Tracking DNA across the multiverse like a bloodhound, it's not within my skill set.
Could I roll an investigation check in my Planeswalker book? See if I could find someone like that?
You can, yes.
All right. Investigate. Go. Oh, that one bounced. That one bounced out. Nope.
Cocked.
Yep. That is a 17.
You look in the Planeswalker book about the same time Ral does. If you could find Garruk Wildspeaker and have him not murder you, that might help, though.
Okay.
Garruk Wildspeaker.
Garruk Wildspeaker.
Garruk. Okay. I don't know how I. Garruk.
Of course,
Yeah,
part of the trick is that you'd have to track him down.
Great.
I'll keep an ear out for that because I do a lot of tavern hopping, which I might do this evening.
Either way, I think, I'll be honest, it's not likely that he's a planeswalker. That Connor is.
All right. So that confirms my suspicions then.
If he was, I would imagine that the place where you beat him, there would have been a mark for him planeswalking away. Or we would have found marks for him planeswalking away inside of his lab at some point.
I see. I admit I'm not really an expert on planeswalking, but I look over to Eliza. You might know a thing or two about it.
Yeah. She rubs the back of her head. I planeswalked a few times. I'm still relatively new to it. I mean, my first planeswalk was to this really weird city called Capenna. I was in Cabaret territory.
Yeah. Finn's eyes kind of sparkle with the mention of Capenna, considering that he was there not too long ago. He doesn't say anything, but...
And I also went to Ika's home planet. and I went to Ika's home plane of Amonkhet, and I don't know how I know this, but I apparently know how to get to this one plane called Eldraine. And I do tend to go there eventually, see if I can find more information on true name magic.
I will admit that Eldraine is a possible place that you might be able to find Garruk. I don't know for sure, but I know that Garruk apparently has friends there.
Okay, so we could hop over there, ask around, and then boom, could lead us right to Garruk.
I will say we do need to watch out because apparently there was a mischievous planeswalker called Oko that was there, so we may need to watch out for him.
There's always something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend not getting turned into elks.
I understood that reference.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He apparently has the ability to shapeshift and to shapeshift people into other animals.
Why?
He turned the king into an elk once. It was really funny, but also really bad.
Yeah, like, huh?
It could be an elk.
Maybe instead of go tavern hopping, I might planeswalk to Eldraine. Take a look around. Anyway, so Dak Faden, what's the info?
Let me go get the notes. He gets this big binder full of notes and a box. I wouldn't necessarily open the box in front of everybody. It kind of says to open it in private.
Okay.
But I figured eventually you would want this stuff. He hands it to Finn.
Huh?
All of it, including the binder.
Oh, thank you. Finn looks at the box and wonders what it could mean before putting it under his arm. I'll take good care of it.
And with telepathy to Ral, she goes, says, here's the weird thing too, Ral. When I remembered Dak's death, his face looked younger compared to the one that's in the Planeswalker book. I find that very weird. I don't know why I remember his younger face.
Ral is going to respond back mentally. Saying, is it possible that you're mixing old memories with new ones?
I'm not entirely sure. I remember this very vividly.
Eliza, I want you to roll a perception check. While you're doing that, Finn, what are you doing with these notes?
Alright, so, with all these new leads in mind, I'd say Finn is satisfied. He asks, Ik if, she wants to go with him back home.
It can come.
Alright, so, once again, so, Finn puts his costume back on, waits for you to, climb on his back.
And we're like, Ik is slightly larger than Finn too, so...
Yeah, but it's okay because it makes for a really funny image as he swings across the city again all the way from the League down to the Deadbridge Chasm, racing through the door, probably scaring Sybaris along the way in.
What did you get on that
then-
perception check, Eliza?
The bloody heck.
Not fucking 20!
She's turning into a demon, boys.
I'm gonna DM you.
Okay.
Oh,
The DM is gonna DM you?
okay. I mean, I hope so. Right. Okay. So, Finn races into.
Dang it! Where is our DMs? Hang on.
How
it is.
dare you forget
races
our
into the
DM?
lab.
No, I just had to
Like,
scroll
he's-
through to get to them. Shush.
Yeah, it's like he's only human.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave
So
Lyoconvoy
Finn.
alone.
Yeah. So Finn gets inside. Yeah. Finn gets inside the lab, takes the mask off, and then sits down and gets the box. On the table. And you mentioned there was an envelope, right?
There's a binder of notes.
A binder. Okay. Okay, so I think he opens the binder first.
Ooh.
Inside are notes describing Alfred meeting Dak Faden. Dak Faden being kind of an asshole, but with a very distinct sense of honor. And feeling like Dak could have a future after no longer being a multiversal thief. And even if he does be a multiversal thief, stealing from the right people, doing things for the right reasons, and against enemies that are essentially bad people, more so, like a path to redemption, somewhat. Until eventually, he hoped that that after the war, he hoped that after the war, Dak would be able to finally live this life of his in a better place. And sadness on not being able to, including mentioning that maybe Dak could potentially be there for his son.
What?
His halfling son.
Finn's eyes start welling up.
And then when he died, Alfred realized he took a significant amount of the blame, or on him in himself, took a significant amount of the blame for Dak's death, so he promised to take care of his son. And he started working on, and he noticed some of the things that son was doing, this costumed vigilante thing. And he figured if it ever came to a time where it made sense, where Finn felt like he wanted to be around Izzet, or found out more about where he came from, that maybe a new suit could suit him a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And then Finn puts the binder down, wiping his eyes, and then he opens the box.
You know what's in the box.
Yeah, and well, I've been holding on to this for a while, guys. Hang on, just gotta find it.
Oh, please tell me we get an Iron Spider suit.
It's not
Something
Iron
like
Spider. It's not quite Iron Spider.
Oh, hey, that would mean he
I
could
got-
become
I
a
got
metallic
variants, too.
jumping spider.
Well, hold on. Here we go, guys.
And yes, Bear did notice that I made it alliteration.
Oh boy. So
Oh, now that's cute. That's pretty. That's Arachnite right there.
that's beautiful.
I can see the resemblance, yeah. I'm playing the Spider-Man theme in the background, by the way.
I'm in love with that. That is beautiful.
Yeah. So, Finn changes into this suit.
Yay.
Ick clap.
And he takes a second to admire it in the mirror.
$20.99,
And-
but cool.
Yeah.
So
New suit, same old me.
so do I put 2 and 2 together real quick?
Yeah.
I think you put 2 and 2 together pretty quick.
And Bear comes behind
yeah.
him while he's changing his suit and goes, "What the fuck?"
So yeah.
Admittedly,
Oh.
Bear was what likely hadn't followed and was talking to Severus for most of the time.
So yeah, Eliza just suddenly just starts realizing this, like, oh,
Holy shit, family
God.
resemblance.
Not just that, and she, as soon as she figures this out, like, oh my God, really did Finn. And it doesn't take long for her to start feeling really fucking guilty. She just witnessed the death of Finn's father and couldn't stop it.
And thus Finn's true Spider-Man alter ego name, Finn Faden.
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
He's gonna jump into his next battle encounter going, "I'm gonna run fades with this man."
So yeah,
So yeah, I got this suit from my Uncle Aaron.
so yeah. Eliza's eyes are just swelling up, realizing what putting 2 to 2 together, and she's gonna go. I need to go. I need a minute. And she's gonna go back to her guild. And probably gonna go find somewhere quiet to kind of like mourn. Actually, no, wait. Instead of the plaza, she's actually gonna instead of Orzova, she's actually gonna go to the bridge. Because why the fuck not?
What bridge? There's a lot of bridges. Oh, over there. Okay.
Plaza Adam. I wonder why she goes there.
I mean, yeah, we know.
This is just gonna add more guilt to her. Like, holy shit.
You've been so awful to me. And
It's
you
not
didn't
just
even realize
that.
it.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that not only did she see the death, it's not only just, Gideon's death that's also adding on to the guilt. So yeah, she's at the bridge and she's just bawling her eyes out like, oh my God. Why? God, why me? Why? I must have been a terrible person in my previous life. I hide the pain. And now I got even more pain to add on to my guilt.
I mean, one of us was.
Shield. Oh. Hey. Eyes are just puffy and covered in tears.
What the fuck happened to you? Did somebody punch you in the face?
No. As you know, I've been having a little memory trouble. Something came back. I saw the death of a man. I don't know if you know him. Dak Faden. Greatest thief in the
Oh,
multiverse.
that asshole?
Yeah. I saw him die in front of me, getting desparked. And I just found out Dak Faden is Finn's father. So not only wasn't able to stop the death of Gideon, I saw the death of somebody else's father that I was friends with. And I couldn't stop that.
Who's Finn?
A friend of mine in the Golgari.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm not doing too well.
I mean, based on how old you were like a little kid, right? Like, littler than I was, little kid.
11.
Yeah, way littler.
Yeah. God knows what else I saw during that day.
Like, why are you blaming yourself, though?
Because I felt like if my powers awoken maybe a smidge earlier, I could have stopped it.
No, you couldn't have. If anything, you would have just gotten desparked. Are you kidding me?
I don't even know if my spark ignited on that day or not. My spark, quote unquote, ignited when I was trying to think back to that day. And all of a sudden, I saw Bolas in front of, quote unquote, me. And then I see a clawed hand reaching out. She points to the book with Ugin's picture on it. That clawed hand reaching out. And all of a sudden, everything went white. And that's apparently how my spark, quote unquote, woke up. Either, if it did wake up, I must have either forgot or I just couldn't walk.
Okay, well, I mean, possible residual effects of the immortal sun, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't fucking know, though. I'm not a nerd. But, listen. I still don't get what any of that has to do with why any of that is a reason for you to be guilty.
Survival's guilt, I guess.
I don't know how to tell you this, but if anybody should be having any kind of survivor's guilt, it's not the literal child who literally was just lost and looking for your mom. Like, I'd imagine it's the guy who, I don't know, was partially responsible for starting the shit and then dipped. That might be someone who probably should have some survivor's guilt, maybe. But you're beating yourself up.
I am. And it's like I always said, no matter what I did, no matter what I tried, that death, the one, keeps coming back. Reminding me of that day. Reminding me of what I saw. As she looks down the bridge to see, are those flowers still there, or did I roll the D100?
Roll the D100.
Okay. 37.
One flower is still there.
She looks back. Hold up. Gone again. Is there a Planeswalker sigil there?
No.
Okay. I'm curious. What do I need to roll to determine what the heck is going on?
I mean, you can roll investigation to see what else you can find about that.
That is a 19.
So you do see, like, little traces of it going somewhere, and Domery's just looking at you confused. It's like, you know they clean occasionally around here, right?
Yeah, but I just laid these flowers, I'm going to say yesterday?
It was not yesterday.
Or, like, 2 days ago? I know they do the cleaning every, I want to say Friday, and I assume it's not Friday.
You are, even if someone took those flowers, right? Or maybe they got kicked somewhere, because we are in one of the main walkways in the entire city.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe you're over obsessing? Just a little? I'm not saying it's easy to stop doing that at all, don't get me wrong, but like, that might be what's going on.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I am going a little nuts. I mean, I have Bolas's worshippers after me. I'm related to his brother. And his grandson is on this plane doing God knows what. And I'm more worried about my friends and my family than anything else.
Then honestly, worry about them.
I will.
Gamataki, Iko, what is y'all's reaction to all this bullshit that has happened?
Well, Gamataki's a little disappointed that coming here we didn't exactly get that much information. But, like, at the same time, he also somewhat expected it. He was just kind of coming here seeing, like, you know, maybe if there was at least something we could, like, slightly piece together just so we can make, like, some steps forward.
And you do see something that you were not expecting to see, but maybe Ika was. Arlington here. The work is coming along well. Oh. Hello, Ika. Gamataki. Hello.
Hey, Arlington. What brings you to this is-it meeting?
I was just getting work done here and stepping in to speak about the progress on what I've been working on.
How's those, like, suits? Those swimming suits going?
They're coming along well. We've got the material for the most part figured out, but it is entirely possible that we're going to need to conduct certain measurements.
Certain measurements?
To, well, create ones that will fit the lot of you. You see.
How would my wings fit through this suit?
You'd be surprised. It would actually be fairly easy to make ones that fit wings.
I'm pretty sure it would just take customizing of the sleeves.
Yes, exactly. And as someone with quite a bit of experience in costume designing myself, it's not that hard to figure out that sort of thing.
I do have one question for you, though, and I feel it would also be helpful for my partner here as well. He's certainly been taking notes.
Cyril has, in fact, been taking notes.
Have you noticed any planeswalker marks around this vicinity? Anywhere?
Yes, as a matter of fact, but I figured they belong to either Ral or Anadoro.
Could potentially be a place of searching.
I mean, I would most likely recognize Anadoro or Ral's marks by this point if I were to more closely examine them. So I'll look for any that are unfamiliar.
All right. At least this saves us one extra place to be searching for. We're on the look for specific markings.
Yeah, that does save us one location. I'm not inclined to do a whole lot of looking in Midori Park because I know at this point that's where Domri was doing planeswalking.
It's good to eliminate places where we don't need the search just to make the places that we can look through faster.
Exactly. It's almost certain that Malik is a planeswalker, though. So there is the possibility of the Red Wastes, although there aren't very many planeswalkers that are in Gruul. So in theory, places in Gruul territory where there would be marks could be signs.
Fuck?
Oh.
I think that was CC being a bit too rough with Mom.
Okay, I thought that was a parrot breaking into your house.
CC got some serious nails.
I can't believe it. Rom's mom is a parrot.
It's like, hi, I want to meet my chat talk.
Oh, you're part Rito. I didn't know.
It's like, hi, meet my partner. He's a chat talk.
Sorry.
So Ral just goes, I feel bad for what I feel kind of bad for what Eliza's going through, but honestly, what Finn's going through is a lot more to take in, I bet.
He's not built like the rest of us. Or at least a number of us. He still has his humanity.
Cyril nods in agreement. So let's go back down to the crew with the new suit.
Dee-nee-nee-nee-nee.
more like da na 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 na.
I prefer.
I did give you new tokens, DM. Let's just flip these away.
Oh, DM.
Yes.
Should I? Can Tuffy also find his way to Wayport because he was looking for anyone?
Could I also make my way to Wayport or the Dead Bridge Chasm?
Yeah, we could say that you guys would be able to find your way. Although Eliza, you would have to worry about being, potential Vraska jump scares.
I think, yeah, but I don't think Eliza really cares at the moment.
Actually, I think it would be interesting if that didn't happen. Like, it doesn't have to happen every time.
I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying that she would have to be concerned about it.
She knows. She knows. Like, I mean, she's just going to Finn's place, and depending on how this interaction goes, this is going to be interesting. But she does, say Dormery and all that shit. But she's got to face the truth, quote, .jpg. Also, she wanted to check on Sarah, too.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, and to make this less clunky, let's get rid of these tokens for now.
Y'all will have to give me
I am the Clone Saga.
Y'all will have to give me un moment por favor.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eliza on her way. She's
Finn's color identity is crazy, though. It's great. Y'all do words while I...
Right.
Oh, by the way, reminder that Curse of Strahd will return on December 2nd, and we are nearing the end of the campaign. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. It's everyone's going to cry and laugh and be terrified.
I'll probably cry.
And that's okay because we're all in this together as a team.
I'm going to murder some people.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I can't wait because me and Jordan have something big planned.
We have enormous things planned.
Not just
with,
you.
You know who, but yeah, not just you, and not just everyone has big things planned. Because surprises.
Finn, put a new token in, quick.
Alrighty. Boop.
As Eliza's on her way, she kind of like hums a little lullaby song to herself in Draconic.
How do you hum in Draconic?
You can do
Well, you hum in Draconic.
Yeah.
If you're humming, you're really you're not really saying words like
No, like no.
Guys.
Just let it happen.
So yeah, Eliza knocks on Finn's door, trying to put on a brave face.
He turns around and opens it. Oh, Eliza.
She's like already trying to hold back the tears.
And that's actually when he takes the mask off. You okay?
Finn, there's something I need to tell you.
All right.
And she sits
he
down.
pulls up a chair. Yeah. pulls up a chair for her.
Finn, as you know, I've been having memory issues. And I saw Dak Faden die.
My dad?
In front. Yes. I saw him die in front of me. And I feel awfully guilty about it, because, yes, I was a child, but I felt like I couldn't stop it.
As you're explaining this, Finn says, stop. I more than know what you're feeling right now, because I do it to myself too. I bear all the responsibility because it's something that I feel like I have to do to protect everyone. But as Bear reminded me, I'm not alone. And now neither are you. And to be honest, if anyone should be apologizing, if it's heading where I think it's heading, let me be the one to apologize. I haven't exactly been fair to you.
And I haven't been fair to you either. I know I should have been there when you're suffering, and I'm so sorry. I'm honest to God sorry.
Just help me find Cayman, and we'll talk more about this. For now, we gotta find him. You get the sense that his words are kind, but you get the sense that there is still a part of him that holds some resentment. So he's not entirely there yet, but he does understand where you're coming from.
Of course. And could I ask you a favor too?
What's up?
If you hear anything, this is going to sound very strange, but if you hear anything about a plane that might have true name magic on it, please let me know. Because I like
put it in the list.
Because here's the thing, even though Connor, yes, is part of this freaking cult, as a little hiss came out there, the overall thing is that we need to stop Bolas from coming back. And stopping Connor will stop that as well.
You know, I'd be willing to help, because anything it takes to protect the city, I'm all in. As long as you promise me what I promised Bear, is to remember that you're not alone anymore. So don't try to bear the weight yourself. And if there's moments where you think you can get away with it, don't do it. I'll be watching. And then he slowly holds his fist up. Now, come on.
She just gently raises her fist and lightly fist bumps it. She is kind of petite.
Yeah, and what do you think Finn is? He's a tiny motherfucker. Yeah. So, as a you two fist bump, he does a little explosion.
She had to smile at that. Like, I have to say, Finn, even for a tiny thing, you are one flashy individual.
Finn smiles and puts his mask back on and says, "Please, is Peafowl Spider in the costume?"
Of course. Peafowl Spider.
So, where to next? Off to find, Garrick Wildspeaker?
Apparently he has some connections on Eldraine, and I do tend to go there. She looks at... Do you want to planeswalk with me there?
I mean, gotta get used to it anyway, right? And besides, I'm not the only one protecting the city anymore.
Let me put it to you this way then. I have priority. My first priorities are you guys, my partners, and my family. Then it's the law-abiding citizens of the city in their non-flashy way. And then it's myself. Because at the end of the day, I still want you guys to come back. Realm, I hope you're happy with that reference.
I was just like, oh, I know that one. They did the thing.
Ick, you're also welcome to come too, as Eliza will planeswalk to Eldraine.
Oh, it likes traveling.
And I imagine they're a little weirded out when she planeswalk, because Ugin's planeswalking is kind of weird.
Yeah.
For Finn, who basically planeswalked in his sleep, I don't think it's too weird for him, but the effect actually seeing it does take him back.
Are you going to planeswalk now?
Yes.
Okay. I believe we've described previously how Eliza's planeswalking looks.
Yep, and I'm going to Eldraine because I do have a mental map there now.
Yes. And you guys are able to follow her mental map. So basically by following her. So who is going to Eldraine?
Well, besides me, Ick, did you want to go?
Ick come.
Okay.
Okay. Both of you describe what your planeswalking looks like.
Ick, why don't you go first?
Cheer up to the mushroom spores.
That's
Hang
honestly.
on, let her decide.
That's honestly sort of where I was going with it. I was trying to work out if there was a better way to describe it.
Okay,
But,
that too.
Like, what does the So like the little planeswalker sigil, does that always look like a certain thing, or does that depend on the person?
That always looks like a certain thing.
Oh damn. Well, I will still say that it will sort of erupt into like a bunch of mushroom spores, but like briefly there'll be a little sort of fairy ring shape of mushrooms. Then they'll just sort of
Oh, that's so
erupt too.
cute!
Alright.
Finn, what does your planeswalking look like?
You know, there's only one way for what my portals would look like. So have y'all seen Spider-Verse?
God damn it.
It's just a series of multicolored holographic rings that phase in and out of existence, almost like they're glitching. And then as I shoot through them, I basically become like you know those old mailing systems that they have at the bank where the banker would put something in there and then they would shoot it up the tube.
Yes.
Finn is the contents in the tube.
Anybody else going?
And Finn, I should also say, is like, ah!
I imagine it doesn't take long for Bear and Tuffy to actually like track. Because like given her mana color is very unique.
Is anybody else going to Eldraine?
Bear, Tuffy?
I don't think Tuffy reaches there in time.
I think you can follow the Ether Child though.
Would Tuffy be able to recognize it?
I mean, you'd see the like 3 planeswalker symbols on the ground in the places where I'd imagine if you'd be able to recognize it in the prison, you'd be able to recognize it here.
Well, I mean, like recognize where they went, not that they planeswalked. Obviously,
You are able to follow anything.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
That was me accidentally flinging my dice.
A planeswalker may follow another one, given that they are fast enough, as there is always a trail that disappears.
All right. Tuffy looks to Bear and is like, "You want to follow?" Because I'm assuming Tuffy sees Bear.
Bear's just been sitting outside having a drink.
Does he hear like
everyone's
the
shown up, and everyone's just shown up, and he's just been sitting out there with like a bottle of water.
What a dork!
Stay hydrated.
Oh yeah.
Bear says, "Hail hydrate."
No.
Hail hydrate. Or
Okay.
else.
Yay!
Okay, question, because some planeswalkers effects have sound. Do any of yours have sound?
Mine certainly does.
I'm not sure if mine does. Does mine have sound?
Mine's just a pop.
Mine's
Yeah, I was.
Oh wait, no, that's not right.
I was gonna say mine is just a loud pop too. Fuck.
So, sounds that haven't been heard before. Bear just pokes his head in and sees the symbols on the floor. Alright. Walks up, position, and just rips a hole in reality to follow them.
To Eldred we go!
He doesn't rip, he more so just punches a hole in reality.
Now the question is, does the DM have an Eldraine map ready?
No, I don't.
DM, come on.
In all fairness, Eldraine was probably not one of the solutions that he thought of.
Yeah. I mean,
Is Tuffy going there too?
Yes.
Okay.
I would have had a map ready. I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
Hush your fache.
Okay, I'll hush my fache by putting a mask on my face. Okay, it's hushed.
All right, so I think, given my incredible lack of preparedness and the fact that we're only like 30 minutes away from where we normally end anyway, this is actually a good point where we could end, and you guys will be in Eldraine. Ika and Gamataki can be doing stuff, and Badrinus, well, who knows what Badrinus is doing? So this is a very intriguing stop point.
Oh, I know exactly what Vadrimus is doing, because they caught the trail of another planeswalker, and their discovery, they'd find the planeswalker was in fact fucking Hoopa.
Fucking Hoopa!
I know what
Hoopa's
Badrinus
behind
is doing.
everything!
It starts with T and ends in Orcha.
And the torture is being caused by Hoopa!
No, the torture is being caused by Vadrinus.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's torturing Hoopa.
Oh, okay. You know what? That
I mean, to be fair, she does have.
at the very least, yeah. At the very least, Hoopa's evil will finally leave this world.
I didn't know Balthazar was Hoopa.
Lamau.
You pull off the mask, it's Hoopa.
Fucking goddamn it!
I wish I was.
Hoopa was always there.
I have such like a perfect sound in my head for how Bear's Planeswalk sounds.
Yeah.
Because it's like shattering glass, but it never falls.
Oh.
That is badass.
So it just keeps ringing for a while before fading away.
Meanwhile, I thought its sound would be a vine boom.
Good. That's a good one.
I don't know.
Gamataki's just has to be Shadow Snake, right?
Yes.
Yes. Mine's
or a
noise,
smoke bomb.
Yeah. Mine's the noise that Miguel O'Hara's portal made in Across the Spider-Verse when he made that amazing entrance and then he kicked Vitruvian Vulture in the fucking face.
See, mine is Shadow Sneak, but occasionally you might hear a
It's the Shadow Cat.
Hello, CC.
But what waits us in Plane of Eldra?
Yeah, but
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, but yeah. So before we end things off, I believe a certain Mans here has a fun announcement to give.
Which man?
He already said it.
Yeah, but you know, just like to remind people.
I mean, I
mean, yeah.
guess I could.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I guess. Okay,
Someone-
you know what? I guess no one wants to hear the announcement. Okay, yeah, I see how it is.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's
Something
okay.
fell off my desk.
So sad.
All right. Okay.
Violently falling objects.
All right. Okay. So I'll finally be getting back to DMing. With Curse of Strahd on December 2nd. It's gonna be the last Curse of Strahd session for this year, but next year, I'll definitely be going back to DMing full time. I missed you guys. I missed Barovia. All the good things and not the bad things. Like Strahd, don't bite Kira. Don't do it. Don't do it, Strahd.
He gonna
You're
do
going
it.
to
You
do
know
it.
he gonna do it.
Yeah, yes, I am
He's
going
gonna
to do
do
it.
it.
You're absolutely right, my dear. I am going to bite your neck. So give it to me so I can suck your blood. It's so
Step.
delicious and
Oh my-
effervescent.
Oh. Now
Yeah,
you,
but-
I'm
but
just comparing Strahd to Dennis Amore Sunny now. Look what you've done.
But Strahd,
Well,
I have
they
your number
always
one
say
weak.
it's sunny in Virtus Lenore.
But Strahd, I have your number one weakness.
And what's that,
It's-
my dear?
Throws Hoopa.
Ah! Hoopa! My one weakness!
Fucking
I
who's
just
out
like-
of here?
Fuck you!
Hey guys, and hello the painter here. I just want to say, Strahd is a fucking simp.
I am
Vile
so
fiend.
fucking glad. Hindsight wise, I am so fucking glad when Eliza Planeswalked to Capanna, she did not run into him.
Also, I think it
Please.
should be important to note that I think a certain dreadlord was supposedly preaching the good word of bonds.
What are you talking about?
I knew it!
You
He's
better-
in every conceivable reality.
You better start running, Strahd.
There is a variant of Frank on every single plane, and this being, I don't even know what he is, continues to gain power.
Yeah.
And he will
I mean,
continue to
the
do
thing
so
is-
as long as I keep writing about him.
I mean, the thing is, Frank hasn't appeared in the Ravnica campaign.
Yes!
Not yet.
Somewhere in this iteration of Ravnica, Frank is
Yeah.
selling hot dogs and sausages
No,
we,
hot dogs on
and
sausages, but
murdering anybody who tries to
Are we
ask
done?
for a bun.
Did you stop recording, Realm?
Not
Did
yet.
we stop
because-
recording?
Not yet because I am because I am doing this on my Twitch. If you guys want to join in the chat real quick, I know exactly who I want to raid.
I actually have one more announcement to make.
Oh, okay.
On the 30th of December for you Americans and the 31st for us here in Australia, I welcome you back to World Weaver's Web for the second year in a row.
Yay!
I can actually play
This
in this
time I
one.
might actually be there.
Yeah, same here.
What is this?
All right.
World Weaver's Web is my yearly game show. Dana, I have ideas.
Yeah.
Ideas.
So yeah, if you guys are ready, I'm going to raid into a certain Moai of Knowledge. He is playing Phasmophobia right now, and the raid message shall be roll for initiative.
Lamau.
Yeah.
We here at Spiffy Little Geeks encourage messing
Yeah,
with people
either-
with D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either roll for initiative or fucking hoopa.
Yeah, roll. Yeah, roll. I'd say roll for initiative.
All right.
Alrighty, so in that case, yes, we have been the Spiffy Needle Geeks. This has been another session of Ravnica Trail of Dragons. Hopefully we will have Danny with us next time we play more D&D. And I shall
No,
see...
I checked. We will.
Alright, and we shall see you guys next time. Adios.
Bye!
Bye!
Yeah.
New suit, same old me. I'm